Hey there, Coastal Bend. Chris Thomason here. We had a big group of signings last week on signing day, but we had even more this week, including some going Division I. Over at Veterans Memorial, DAYLAN PENA took some time out of getting ready for the big football game against Flower Bluff to sign his letter of intent to play baseball at Texas State. Pena is one of several players that should have vets ranked near the top of Class 5A once again after having their season cut short due to COVID-19 last year. The softball team had a whopping 5 signings going around the horn in this post. JASMINE CANALES heading down south to Texas A&M Kingsville. MARIAH VASQUEZ signing with Vernon College. MENINA CAVAZOS heading to Alvin Community College. CASSIE CAVAZOS going to Coastal Bend Community College. And Amanda RAMOS going to Cisco. So congrats to all of those Eagles. Santa Gertrudis softball had 3 signings, including Jackie Garza coming here to town with A&M Corpus Christi, CARISSA de los Santos staying in Kingsville with the Javelinas, and ALANA BENITEZ signing with Coastal Bend College. Now, like Vets baseball, the Lady Lions were also ranked #1 when their season was shut down last year, so hopefully the big things are awaiting them in 2021.